You're standing in an Arizona canyon at 2 a.m. The sky is so full of stars it looks fake. But what you're seeing, the bright Milky Band stretching overhead, is not the Milky Way. It's a photograph of the Milky Way's shadow. And the real thing is so much larger, so much older, and so geometrically precise that astronomers still don't know why it exists. You're standing in an Arizona canyon at 2 a.m. The sky is so full of stars it looks fake. But what you're seeing, the bright Milky Band stretching overhead, is not the Milky Way. It's a photograph of the Milky Way's shadow. And the real thing is so much larger, so much older, and so geometrically precise that astronomers still don't know why it exists. That canyon you're in, the Arizona Badlands. Elevation 4,500 feet. Far enough from cities that light pollution hasn't murdered the night sky. The nearest city lights are 80 miles away. That's farther than driving from downtown New York to the edge of New Jersey. And even that distance isn't enough. You can still see their glow on the horizon, poisoning maybe 10% of the visible sky. But the rest is untouched. When you photograph the Milky Way from that canyon, something weird happens. The image is so sharp, so detailed, that you start seeing things the human eye smooths over. You see structure, geometry, a disk so perfectly flat it looks engineered. And that's when the question hits you. Why does a galaxy, a system of 200 to 400 billion stars held together by gravity alone, look like someone drew it with a protractor? The Milky Way's disk is about 100,000 light years across. That's a number your brain cannot hold. Let's try anyway. Light travels 186,000 miles every single second. A light year is how far light travels in 1 year. That's 5.88 trillion miles. The Milky Way is 100,000 of those. Do the math. The galaxy is 588 quadrillion miles wide. And it's not a thick disk. It's paper thin. The ratio is like taking a sheet of paper and stretching it until it covered North America. Then stretching it again. Then 50 more times. That's your galaxy. Impossibly flat. Impossibly large. But here's where it gets weird. When you actually measure the stars in the Milky Way's outer disk, they are moving too fast. According to gravity calculations, they should be flung into space like a spinning carnival ride gone wrong. They should disperse. The math doesn't work. So astronomers invented dark matter, an invisible substance that makes up 85% of all matter in the universe. To explain why the math works. We've never detected it. We don't know what it is. We invented it to make the numbers fit. And it's everywhere. Look up from that Arizona canyon and you're not looking at stars. You're looking at a 13 billion year old mystery that nobody has solved. You're seeing light that left its source when Earth didn't have complex life. When dinosaurs hadn't even appeared yet. When the planet was basically an ocean with lightning. That light traveled through empty space for 13 billion years to hit your retina. And we still don't understand why the source of that light is arranged the way it is. The Milky Way's structure is perfect. Almost too perfect. The disk doesn't wobble. The rotation is so smooth that if you plotted it on a graph, it would look synthetic. Spiral galaxies aren't supposed to look this clean. Gravity should cause ripples, chaotic disturbances, asymmetries. But ours looks like someone used a drawing compass. When astronomers first realized this, they called it the fine-tuning problem. That's a polite way of saying, we don't understand this, and it bothers us. Stand in that canyon at 2 a.m. and you're witnessing something that broke physics. Something that required us to invent invisible matter across the entire universe just to explain it. Something so perfectly arranged that some physicists have quietly wondered, could it be intentional? Not in a religious sense. Not necessarily, but intentional. Designed. There are papers published by serious astronomers wondering if there's a selection bias in how we observe the universe. If maybe what looks like design is just the only universe we could exist in to observe it. That's the thing nobody tells you when you look at the Milky Way from a dark canyon. You're not just seeing stars. You're seeing the edge of human knowledge. You're seeing a problem we've been trying to solve for 60 years without getting the answer. You're seeing something so vast that even light takes millions of years to cross it, and we still can't explain its basic shape. When you get that photograph home, when you zoom in and see the structure, the dark dust lanes, the bright core, the spiral arms, you're looking at proof that the universe is hiding something from us. Not malevolently, not mysteriously, just indifferently. It's out there. It's been out there for 13 billion years. And we're just now realizing we don't understand it at all.